Thank you for watching. Richard with Wisdom Investor. We're going to take a look at the pros and the cons of the Dow Jones Industrials and the S&P 500. Look at other areas of interest. So let's get started right now in the markets. We're looking at the S&P 500. We're going to be looking at the right side of the chart. Just look at some of our technical indicators. But we're looking like we're up in some resistance areas here, maybe trying to pause. If we do move back lower, back down here, this 250-day moving average would be the place. Now, if we were to make a move like that to the downside, it'd have everybody on a big panic. This market just continues to move higher and higher. No major volume to the downside. Let's go over to the S&P 500 trend indicator, still up here, trying to show signs of wanting to turn, but that would be just a small pullback. The stock's above the 200-day moving average, up over the 60% level, just recently dropped back in the last couple days. That's into positive territory. New highs, new lows, high-low percentage is okay. Decline, advanced decline percentage is moving up. Stocks above the 50-day moving average are in good shape. Let's look at the SPY here, ETF. This is looking in, zooming in here. So we've had a nice move up. You can see where we came back down and hit this support area, came down to the moving average line. So if we came down here to this 304 area, that could be another place that this can try to lift off. I think going into July here, as we're getting into the midpoint of June, options expiration next week, I don't think there'll be any major action, major selling till we get into after the 4th of July. But it doesn't mean we can't have 4 to 7 days to the downside. Look at the technical indicators. We've got the stochastic moving sideways. That's positive. All the indicators here are doing pretty good. Now, short term, we may get a little bit of a dip, but nothing serious right now in the S&P 500. Top stocks in the S&P 500. We got Microsoft here, #1 weighted stock, lifting off here, doing well. Apple Computer, same thing, lifting off here. Also pushing the NASDAQ up. Amazon. And then we have Facebook also moving up. We'll want to watch this candle on Amazon here. It could be a sign that this wants to turn back down, at least move down to support areas. Dow Jones Industrials trend indicator again is positive. Stocks above the 200-day moving positive also. So just about all the indicators here in the Dow Jones Industrials are looking pretty positive. Support and resistance areas. We've got a resistance area right here. We start breaking higher. That's going to be good news for the Dow. It's going to continue its surge on higher. If we were to move back down, now this is the DIA, it's going to move back down to the 255 area. That's going to equate to about 25,500 in the Dow Jones Industrials. Let's take a look at the Dow here. So if we drop back down to the 24,500 in the Dow Jones Industrial, it may seem like disaster. That'd be 3,000 points, but it would put us back down to support areas if it should do that. Again, we'll be surprised if that happened. Top 5 stocks in the DIA ETF. Apple Computer again lifting higher. We've got United Health moving above support areas. Home Depot, nice steady move higher with home improvement stocks. Companies doing well. Goldman Sachs also doing well with a little bit of a pullback here. Recently, McDonald's doing excellent here. So what's going on in the markets right now? Robinhood traders cash in on the market comeback that billionaire investors missed. There's a lot of talk how these Robinhood investors, a lot of young traders going in and buying these stocks at the lows. Hertz was in bankruptcy, still is. Many other companies here not doing too good. American Airlines, Delta Airlines were doing terrible. These guys came in there, and some of these stocks have actually moved quite high. I'm not so sure I would want to be investing in a company that's in bankruptcy. Here's a comment by Mark Cuban. You think everybody is a genius in a bull market. Mark Cuban says the day trading boom reminds him of the dot-com bubble. So we've got a lot of investors that are getting in there, have never been in there, and having a lot of fun. We'll see if it can hold up. Fed sees interest rates staying near zero through 2022, GDP bouncing to 5% next year. The Fed is extremely optimistic. GDP minus 6.5 in 2020, where they're talking about a 50% reduction in GDP here just in a few weeks, and then getting up to 1.8 in about a year from now. Unemployment going from 9.3 unemployed. Of course, it's much higher than that. It's like 15%, maybe more, going down to 4.1%, just like it was before the crash, in about a year. That's interesting. Is that going to happen? Here's an interesting chart. The number of people doing searches for day trading on Google is going up. Just like Mark Cuban said a second ago, when people were day trading back a few years back, that was in the dot-com bubble. So are we getting into a bubble? And then we have some of the latest news. The core CPI just came out minus 0.1%, projecting a little bit lower than that, but could be the start of deflation. That would mean prices are going lower, and that could be a problem for the economy. What do you guys think out there?